From Las Vegas, the entertainment, music, and sports capital of the world, it's the JJ and Johnny Show.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Hello.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back in studio, and it's our Sweet 16. Sweet 16 episode.
16.
Somehow we came dressed perfectly
We
for that.
never talk to each other about what we're going to wear, but
We never
somehow
talk to each other.
we always compliment each other. I haven't talked.
Yes.
I run into her husband at airports, but I don't talk to her.
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
talk to her.
that's true. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us. JJ and Johnny Show, live from Las Vegas. The weather has finally gone down below 100 degrees, and Johnny is back. He's been globe-trotting.
Yes.
How
I've
have
been
the
a lot of
flights
places.
been in general?
The flights have been great. You know,
Good.
getting on the flights have been easy, and the flights have been great, and there's been no issues, and I'm about to go to 5 different cities, so I'm hoping the same. Tomorrow morning, I'm out of
Exactly.
here at like 6 a.m., so I'm going to be up really early into the airport, and I'm doing 4 characters in Washington, D.C.
Holy
Yes.
sucks.
So we have Trumpy. We've got we've got Austin Powers, baby, yeah, and of course we've got Dr. Phil, and I'll be myself. So it's a lot of wardrobe and makeup and shoes and ties,
Especially
and
when you play
belts,
yourself.
Especially when I play
Yeah.
myself, which I'm actually looking really forward to. I love doing more and more things as me, which is great. I've had over 30 plus years of being all these characters, but it's fun.
Yes.
It's fun. Yeah.
I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you that you're working so much. You've had some really big videos this week.
Yes.
Because there's so much has gone on with Trump this week.
So much.
It's shocking.
Yes.
You keep your ear peeled to the news because
Every day, yeah. It's I have
because
to,
of your
yeah.
live streams, because you play him on a daily basis.
Right, and things change so fast. I want to be when
Don't
these
they?
things break. Yeah. So when we do the live stream, the press conference on Fridays, I'm always trying to come up with a video idea. But before we do that, because sometimes, as Cass knows, hello, good morning, Cass, or good
Hi,
afternoon,
everybody.
Hi, Kaz.
Cass Cam.
Cast Cam is live.
As Cass knows, sometimes it doesn't happen a lot, but somebody will ask me a question, and it's usually like somebody in Europe, and in Belgium or one of these other countries who watch, and they go, President Trump, what about the XYZ? And I'm like, what? And I literally don't. It's unbelievable, but they're really on top of it, and it's something that came up in the hour before we went live. So
Wow.
I'm always amazed
Wow.
when they know more than me.
I couldn't believe what went down over the weekend, and then just before that, coming out of the debate. I mean, this soundbite with the cats and the dogs.
Cats and the dogs.
Like, what's your take on that? Did you, when you watched it actually come out of his mouth, and the thought process? Because now it's become like this phrase and this like amazing thing that people are riffing on.
Right.
It's so hilarious. But
Oh, you know,
when
in that-
you saw it
yeah.
live, what'd you think?
Well, in that instant, you're like, this is going to be really
This
big.
is bad.
And the thing is, for me, I want to do something immediately, but I was on the road. No, I was on a job. Where was I? I was,
Where was John?
I was in Anaheim.
Yeah.
I was doing
Yeah.
a show in Anaheim. I was
it.
actually at Anaheim Stadium that night hosting a big event. And the thing was, I was like, I won't be home for days. Like for
Yeah.
me, years ago, comedy had like a shelf life of a couple of weeks.
yeah, you
Now it is like you've got to do it immediately. And I was very lucky with that one because it took me a week and I shot it and it's done pretty well. But he said so many things during that. It's like, oh my God, that would be a great sketch. And I thought the best line was, I have concepts of a plan. I just thought that. So I wrote that over the last few days, and I shot that last night, and that'll go up tomorrow. So
Oh my
So
God.
I'm always, but there's a couple more I want to do. It's just it's time, and I have so many friends who are comedians, so many friends who are impressionists, and they get these things out. So people had stuff up before the debate ended.
Wow. Well,
And
they're just sitting there waiting
They're
to
waiting.
create.
They're waiting for something to break.
Some of my favorite videos have been the songs and the highly
songs.
choreographed dance numbers.
Yeah.
Where they're looping. They're basically making like a little song out of the soundbite.
There
It's
was-
so freaking funny.
I had at least 20 people send me the guy with the long hair in front of the little thing.
Oh, the little keyboard
Yeah,
thing.
the keyboard thing with the dogs and the cats and the whole bit. He just killed it. He just killed it. Love when stuff goes viral. Oh, my good friend's calling me.
What happened? Who is it?
Spam Risk. Spam
Oh,
Risk.
Spam Risk.
He calls me. He wants to be on the show. He calls every day. Wants to be on the JJ and Johnny show.
I don't mean to like steal your thunder, but he calls me too.
Oh, I knew it.
He's been
He's
calling
such
me.
a two-timer.
He calls me from various area codes in California multiple times a day.
He keeps moving around. I think everyone's getting.
I don't
answer.
He's
calling
calling
you
me
too?
from Illinois.
He's
Illinois.
He's just
3-timer.
trying to get in on the show. People want to be on the show, you know.
We're talking, of course, about spam calls. Okay, I just really wonder. I'm with AT&T. Who's your carrier?
AT&T.
I just really wonder why they can't do a better job of filtering out, or why it's so hard of like call centers.
Yeah. I think because
It's so bad. It's gotten worse.
Yeah. Oh, and do you get, I show cast these all the time. I get, hi, Susie, it's Clara. We play golf. Do you want to meet up for coffee? And it's like, do you get these messages? You don't get these?
No.
I get them every day.
They're just kind of like hoping that you think they're a real person.
They're a real person.
Wait, text?
Text. Every day.
Well, I get a lot of click on this link. Like, hey, are you registered to vote? Blah, blah, blah.
No,
I
get these things where they're trying to get you into a conversation.
Yep.
And it's usually a very attractive Japanese, Taiwanese, and obviously these are not the women. These photos have been stolen. But it's always this thing like, this one I get all the time. Your number's in my address book. Who are you?
Oh, Bill got one like that this morning.
Yeah.
Of, hey, it's been a while since we connected.
Yeah.
Hey, can you click on this link? Let's reconnect. Like,
click on this
don't
link
do
and
it.
reconnect.
Do it.
That's
don't
the
do
boy.
it.
So I save the really good ones.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we create a new segment where we call out spammers?
Yeah, that would be
and we
great.
play the worst spam situations
The worst
of the week.
spams. Oh, I like that.
We should open it up to all our viewers too.
I love that.
Right?
I do. I really
You
like
ever
that.
watch those YouTube videos where they have, some of the cyber people who track down scammers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're
So
great.
They're so
I
entertaining.
live for those people.
And they get them so mad. I love that.
Here's some of the
I
best
love
ones.
that.
Hi, Daisy. Daisy?
Yeah, Daisy.
Okay, wow. Hi, Daisy. Do you have time
It's a
tomorrow?
dog name.
Let's go eat Mediterranean food together. I'm Lena.
So she's introducing herself, saying, hey, let's go have lunch, but then at the end, introduces herself. So would you ever go out with anyone who says, hey, JJ, let's go out for lunch. By the way, this
Johnny.
is John.
First of all, and they're really, really trying to target the loneliest people. Your phone's heavy.
Yeah,
How's your phone heavy?
it's a Pro Max. Has a small car inside.
I was like, first of all, also the name Daisy, this isn't like 1910. Like, no one's named Daisy anymore. So it's definitely
Daisy
coming
is
from a different country.
A dog name.
Do you have time now?
Good afternoon. Do you have time now?
Are you busy?
Basically, you just can't respond to anybody anymore.
Here's the follow-up. This came 2 days
Daisy,
later.
why don't you reply to my messages?
Daisy!
Why are they calling you Daisy?
Oh
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. The song's from like 1920.
Yeah. I'm half crazy.
Offer the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. Anyway, all right. So
I'm
moving
just
on.
so glad that people who are watching right now, who are Las Vegas people and all the people around the country, it's been a hot summer
world.
around the world, but it's been a hot summer around the globe,
Hot girl
especially here in
summer.
the U.S.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Not hot girl. What was the term?
Brat summer.
Brat
summer.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're on the other side. It's 72 here in Las Vegas.
It's 7.
It's warmer in New York. How's that possible? Went to triple
right?
digits? Yeah, went to
Yeah.
It's 76 in Denver. That's mystifying.
That's
Tomorrow
odd.
it'll be 110 here. So
That's odd. I went to Pink over the weekend. She was here in Las Vegas.
how was it?
It was awesome. Speaking of, she does this really cute, it's very like female-centric summer tour. I say it's female-centric because the whole stage Cass, when you take a look at the B-roll, the
Yes.
whole stage is kind of lit up with really playful
Look
big
at that.
toys.
I love this.
It reminds me of the Katy Perry aesthetic.
Yes.
Or maybe, okay, Sheryl Crow opened for her. Sheryl Crow is like, still sounds remarkable.
No, I'm looking at Sheryl Crow, and I
Yep.
love Sheryl Crow, but that looks
They're
like
big.
she could be in a country bar somewhere. It doesn't.
Oh, totally.
It wasn't a big production. Her stuff wasn't a production show, right?
Well, no,
It
no,
looks
no,
very
no, no,
scaled
no.
down.
No, it was, but I mean, she's all about sound, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Pink is
Pink is
all
about a show.
over. She's literally doing the most amazing show, just performing. She puts so much energy. She is fierce from right out of the gate.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
she's
you-
now. Now it seems to me, and I'm a Pink is from Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. I'm from the Philadelphia area.
Oh.
We're very proud. We're very proud of her. But and maybe I'm out of the loop. Does Pink have a current hit song, or is she puts on such a great show that people just come out year over year to see her?
So I didn't read up on this a lot, so I'm only going off my perception. So I
Right.
can tell you what my perception is.
She's broke. She needs money.
No, not at all. People,
I
she
love her.
puts on set. She is literally riding on the momentum of putting on a great effing show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I-
she's like
yeah, that's what I
she's
thought.
like a gymnast. This is what surprised me. I didn't know. The audience was filled with mothers and daughters,
Oh, that's great.
and you know she's a mother
Yeah,
herself.
and she's kind of very out about being a mom and
She's
her
very
kids
yep.
and
so
you
I
know,
would
and-
say it's a family-friendly show.
Right.
But with she's really kind of carving out a new path.
Mm-hmm.
Because what woman who's 45 years old do you know is that badass?
Yeah.
And I'd say this is the
Physically.
first generation where you have moms that act like that, that
Right.
look like that, quite
That
like
yeah,
that.
no, I hear what you're saying.
know what I'm
Moms,
saying?
yeah, moms do not look like the way moms looked when I was a kid, and I'm, you know, that
Yeah.
they're much more, and they're much more physical too, like she is. You
Right,
know, yoga
right.
and
Going to
Pilates
Pilates
and
and-
running and
And raised on rock and roll.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
she's rock and roll.
And who
I
was
feel
she
like
married to? She was married to somebody.
like a BMX guy or something, right? Like a biker?
Yeah, but and they end up getting divorced.
Oh, I don't know.
Or they went through a
I
tough
don't know.
time, but
Cass,
they saved their
producer Cass
marriage.
is gonna look it up.
What's the tea?
Yeah. What's the tea? What's the tea?
tea?
What's the tea? But man, that is a great show. I think there's only a couple.
Can you?
Couple
How much
shows
was it?
left.
How much was it?
I don't know because I was given tickets.
Okay, that's cool. No,
Carrie
you know,
Hart.
when I see a show that there it is, and I think they went through tough times, but they saved their marriage, which I thought was very impressive.
They are
Love has
funky.
triumphed despite many ups and downs of their relationship.
They are together, correct?
as far as I can see.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
perception was that they are still. I mean, what marriage with one person famous or two people famous doesn't have its ups and
Oh,
downs?
absolutely.
It's remarkable that they could be
Yeah.
together.
And to be on the
Yep.
road and perform so
Right.
much and to write and to be in the studio and you know the
Yep.
show, and you told me the show she puts on, and I've seen the videos, it's so physical. It's so physical.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And a great supporting cast, you know, kind of
Right.
the dancers.
Right, and she
Really.
had to learn all that stuff. I think dancing came a little late. All of this acrobatic stuff came much later in her
Yeah,
life.
she really kind of blossomed. That's not how she started out.
No,
was
not
it?
at all.
She
Not
was
at
more
all.
like, like
she was a
party,
tough
hard girl,
kid.
rock and roll.
Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
she was a kick-ass kid, and everyone got the finger.
Well,
for
she's
many,
from
many years.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, she's from Upper Darby, and she's just she's really tough. But I think that's why her longevity in the business and her doing it her way, because she's really tough. She has a vision, and she's able to, deliver on it and execute it so beautifully. I'm impressed. I'm just
You know where?
impressed.
I think she's aspirational for moms because she's,
and she
you know,
loves
she's
being a mom.
she's still got the badass haircut.
Yeah.
And yet she's softened a bit, right? Because
Yes.
she really is, kind of like an active mom. Oh my God, am I getting a spam call?
Is it spam likely?
I am getting spam risk.
Oh, spam
risk.
risk.
Should we take the call?
Take it.
Okay, here we go. Hello? Hello?
Hi, happy Tuesday. This is Sandy, and I'm calling because your property has pre-qualified for a new relief program.
Sandy, we have to tell you, you were on a television show right now called the JJ and Johnny Show out of Las Vegas. Where are you?
Oh, you're in Las Vegas?
We're in
Yeah,
Las
where are
Vegas,
you,
and this is a
Sandy?
TV show, and you are going out live to our audience.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay! So this is a segment. We pick up the phone. Yeah, I didn't think she'd last. I didn't think she'd last.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sandy.
Bye, Felicia.
That was great.
Oh, we gotta do that.
That was
We're gonna have to
great.
do it on mine too.
That was
I think when she
super.
heard the applause, she was like,
Yeah.
"And you're being recorded."
Ah.
Where are you calling in from?
Sure, your name's Sandy.
If Scam Likely comes up on here, I'm gonna be very shocked.
Right? Right? Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Do you ever? We have a question, and I'll,
We have a
I'll
question?
deliver too. Yeah. Do you ever get embarrassed playing the Donald Trump character, Johnny?
Because
He's an undesirable person. That is the opinion in
undesirable
the
person.
chat.
I don't. You know.
Do you ever
I-
get embarrassed?
I don't get embarrassed. Because I'm usually hired for an event or a show or a movie or whatever it is. And the only time I'm concerned, and I've said this in other interviews, sometimes it gets a little riskier. It's become much more risky, and I won't do anything without security. Because
Are you
never-
serious?
Oh yeah, I won't do anything without security. I will not go out in public without security. It's just too dangerous. We're in a very weird time. and-
Well, don't you feel that? I mean, obviously, with the second assassination.
Oh, well, this
attempt.
goes back 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
After he got into office.
Okay.
So usually, and I always say, I get it kind of from both sides because you do not the events that I do, but if I'm outside and we're shooting somewhere, there are people who are huge Trump fans who think that maybe I'm mocking Trump, and then there's the other people who just can't stand Trump. So it's always a tough situation. But I did a security show. This was a while back in Denver, and the booth that was the company that was sponsoring me, who had me there to do this big bit on stage. I went to their booth, and somebody next door to the booth said, "I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for." And then I went and did my bit, and that person saw me, and I came back, and they said, "Okay, I like you. I don't like him."
Oh.
Because I'm a comedian, and I
my
and I
gosh.
want to make people laugh. I don't have a political agenda. I'm not,
And you do, and I've seen you play audiences in rooms where people
Split.
completely split or
Completely
completely
split.
one side or the other.
Right.
And humor cuts through it all. I agree, though. I can feel it was like we're in a boiling pot right now.
yeah.
You can feel it,
Really
right?
Yep.
tough. Yeah. And
We all gotta simmer down.
simmer down.
Simmer
down now. Simmer down.
And register to vote.
And register to vote.
And register to
to vote. It's coming up, folks.
That's right, C's.
The day after my birthday is the election. So, and don't get me anything expensive. Just something nice. Like a Rolex or something. Don't go bananas for me.
Yeah. You're a Scorpio then?
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
Scorpio
yeah, that's right.
with
Okay, we both are.
Capricorn rising. Somebody was asking me my rising
Rising.
sign.
Yeah.
I don't know all this stuff, but I was
Yeah.
very because I was born at a certain time of the day.
Right.
I was born on a Sunday, and my name means of Sun. Di Domenico means of Sunday morning. So I was born on the right
Wow,
day.
the holy day.
The holy day.
Johnny.
The holy day.
God's Day.
God's day.
I don't know what day of the week I was born. I know I was born in the
Day-
morning.
Wait, you don't
I
know what
don't-
day you were born?
I was
No,
born
what
on
day
a-
of the week?
Yeah, what's what I mean? You haven't ever had your.
Well, I don't remember.
We can look
It
You
was
at
were
a
it.
very young then.
I know. It was a weekday because my brother and sister were at school and they were told by their teacher I was born. So I know it was a weekday.
Wow, nothing like getting it from an impersonal teacher.
No, it was like the nun at Catholic
Oh,
school.
that's totally different.
And my sister remembers they rushed in and went, You're a big sister. And my sister was like, yay!
And then the nun hit her with a ruler.
Exactly.
How dare your parents have sex?
Actually, the nuns were pretty nice.
You had nice nuns?
Yeah, the nuns were pretty nice. It's the priests, I think, more you had to watch out for.
Where was this? Northern
Not gonna
Washington
say.
State.
Yeah, Washington State.
Oregon State.
Hey, should we play fact versus
Yes.
fiction?
I got a good one.
Fact versus fiction.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I was talking about going to the Pink concert. Of course, Sheryl Crow opened for Pink. And I was like, Cheryl, I don't know where you've been, but you look good and you sound good. So it got me thinking
love
about
her.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's such a talent.
I love her
You
so
know, like
much.
a
She's
writer,
so, yeah,
musician.
And she's just so cool and such a great writer.
She played harmonica. What's not to love about a girl who plays harmonica? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but do you guys remember the tie-in? She sings a song called Leaving Las
Vegas,
Vegas.
Yeah, she's super
Okay,
talented.
she wrote it
set this-
along with, I think, 5 other people.
Yes.
Co-wrote it. What year did Leaving Las Vegas, performed by Sheryl Crow, hit the charts? What year did the song come out?
Whoa. She's been a big star for a while now.
Yeah.
I want to say 2004 because I feel like she's been like in the ether for 20 years. It seems like about the last 20 years she's been a real because that song broke out and it was still when videos were popular. And that was kind of
You
near
overshot your guess.
Overshot? I went too
Yeah.
far back?
No, I mean, you went too early. You didn't go early enough.
Oh,
you gotta go
don't
back.
tell me it's the 90s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember those
Yeah.
years?
98?
Yeah. 93. 93.
Wow.
Leaving Las Vegas came
10
out.
years.
So she's
off.
been in
Sheryl
like
Crow.
the ether
Ether.
now.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
That's a long.
That's a long
far
time.
longer.
And she's
Well, wait. How old is she now? She looked great.
fabulous. I don't know. Is it
Wow.
nice to ask her age? Like, I don't know.
I'm just amazed how many songs she's put out and so many great albums.
She puts out.
Yeah, she puts out.
That's what
At least
you're
that's-
saying.
No, that's what Lance Armstrong said, not me.
Oh, you know what? I was so genuinely disappointed when they broke up. Do you remember this? The cyclist, Lance Armstrong. They were a couple. It was one of those celebrity couples that I really
Yeah.
hung on to.
You wanted them to succeed.
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah. But she's,
Why?
Yeah. But she's the Taylor Swift of before.
What?
She's gone through a lot of guys, right? Didn't Sheryl Crow's been through a lot of guys.
I don't know. Has she?
She's had some high-profile
Okay.
boyfriends
yeah.
and dates.
Not like,
and-
all I can
Please,
think of is like,
I love the fact that we look this up.
what do you think of this Jennifer Lopez business? I think
Who's
that's
she again? She's one of the fly girls on
in living color.
In Living Color.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
really up to date.
Ah!
Oh,
More-
they never got married. They got she has been engaged 2 other times, but never married.
Oh, she's just a great talent. She doesn't need to be married.
Engaged 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. What's your Vegas?
What's going on with
what?
Oh, no, I want to hear about Lopez. What's going on?
And Affleck? Oh, well, I think
they're
officially
done.
they're splitting. Yeah, they're splitting.
Twice, and they
Yeah.
did get married a second time, right?
I don't know.
Didn't they? I thought they got
I
married
think
a
so.
second time.
I think so. I think they did.
Between you and me,
Yep.
is it her or
And
is
them.
it him or is it just a combination
Yeah.
of those two?
I don't.
Because he
think-
seems like a pretty solid
I
guy.
think being married when you're a celebrity is
It's
just a
impossible.
bad recipe. It just doesn't work.
It's tough.
Because you have to be
Well, then
married to your
wait.
career.
But how come people like Kevin Bacon and what's her name have all?
Mira Cedric,
Yeah,
Kira Cedric.
Kira. They've done very well, raised great kids.
Yeah. Well,
But
but they're
there are
the
certain
outliers.
people. And by the way, Kevin Bacon's from Philadelphia. Just want to.
Oh, maybe there's a
That was an assembly.
Philly.
Maybe there's a Philly. Maybe Philly people do better. I'm
Maybe
just
the
saying.
East Coast traditional. No, but don't
knows?
you love that when people?
No, I think when any couple makes it, Michelle, my betrothed, her parents yesterday, fiance, her parents yesterday.
Yep.
No, her mom passed away 7, 8 years ago. It's sad. It's sad. But they would have been married 73 years yesterday. 73 years.
This
Wow.
is such a long.
Those are
Wow.
staggering numbers. I could
Yeah.
live to 150. I don't think I'd be able to
Yeah.
hit that number. So
Yeah, that's
pretty
incredible.
impressive. But I've got a great fact or fiction.
All right, let's pull up the graphic.
So-
Wait. Vegas Factor Fiction.
So they are dropping the trop. They're dropping the trop. We may be there. We were
Yep.
talking about it
Yep.
pre-show. So the Tropicana, if you live here, you know, and even if you don't, but the Tropicana of all the hotels
Iconic.
was iconic, built in 1957. It changed hands so many times. I was doing my research, I'm just so amazed by the Tropicana. When it doesn't matter where you are in the world, just say Tropicana, people just think of this famous
Such a
hotel.
brand.
Such a brand. I worked at the Tropicana in Atlantic City in '87 and '88. And
wow.
yeah, it was called Trop. They tried to call it Trop World, and they had to go back to
Come
Tropicana.
on.
They had to go back to Tropicana. Changing hands so many times. This is going to be a multiple choice question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
In 1979,
Okay.
kind of hard times
Yeah.
for the Tropicana in,
Yep.
in Las Vegas. In
Right
general.
before the resurgence
Yeah.
of the Vegas Strip in the 80s.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
They were sold at like at the bottom.
Uh-oh.
At the bottom.
Okay.
They were bought by a famous hotel brand. All right. Was it A, the Marriott brand, Marriott Hotels?
Mm-hmm.
Was it B, Holiday Inn Hotels, Holiday
Mm-hmm.
Inn? Was it Ramada Inns?
Ooh.
Or was it Red Roof Inns?
Ooh. I'm going to go with the hotel chain I associate with that decade for myself.
Really?
Ramada.
Why Ramada? What's the association?
Because growing up in Yakima, Washington, every Sunday, the day of your birth, Johnny,
Yes.
every Sunday after church, we went to brunch at the Ramada Inn. And so when I think of the Ramada Inn, I think
Classy?
of the 1980s.
Oh, that's interesting.
Classy in a Yakima, Washington kind of way.
Cass?
You know what? I obviously wasn't alive in that time, and I don't know about the hotel brands
Wait.
of that time.
What year were you born, Cass?
99.
99.
90s, baby.
Sweet year to be born, Cass.
Right?
Yeah, right before the 2000s.
All right, before it all went to.
Right before the millennia. You know what? I'm just going to throw it out there and just guess Marriott.
Marriott, okay.
Yeah.
Which is a big brand. It's a bigger brand than the Ramada, but it was the Ramada.
Wow.
It was the Ramada Inns.
No way.
Yes. 1979 bought Tropicana. They had maybe held on to it for like a year or something because they really thought they could
Wow.
manage the hotel side and the
Wow.
casino part would kind of just fall into place. I was blown away when I read that. But it's funny you mentioned that. I remember seeing the film. I remember seeing so many movies and it'd be like, it was always a joke, like, we'll be at the Ramada this weekend. You know, the Ramada was that joke kind of place. I'll be at the lounge in the Ramada. So that was what you based that on was great.
That's crazy. I mean, that was just personal association. I'm trying to remember the name of the breakfast restaurant in the Ramada. That it had like a certain name.
And by the
can't
way,
remember
the
what it
Ramada
was, but-
really was big.
Yeah.
There's a much
It
bigger
was.
brand.
In the 80s,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know
huge.
what happened to
I
the
mean,
brand.
Holiday Inn I thought was an obvious choice because Holiday Inn's kind of better.
They were trying to.
Very-
They did own
Yeah.
a hotel casino here at one point. You know.
So you know what's interesting? So if you know where the Tropicana is in Las Vegas, which is the future home of our baseball stadium.
Oakland A's.
Maybe.
Great. Another,
Is that
another
not
team
decided?
from
Is that-
California.
yeah. We're just pulling
Just
California.
bring all,
We're just pulling
just
California.
all the California
Yeah,
Just
soon
wait
to
for
be
the-
Hollywood.
Wait for the
everything.
train, dude, like you were talking about the train earlier. Just train coming in on game days and having a shuttle run from the
Right.
train station to the stadium.
Right, right. So if you know the corner it's on, so you got New York,
Yep.
you have MGM, you have Tropicana, and then you have the Excalibur, which I believe opened in like 79, 80.
Yeah.
So you got to think right when the Ramada took over the Trop, that lot across from there was being developed into the Excalibur. So it was a time of development.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, for that corner.
Excalibur's
So.
got to go. It's got to go, man.
Well,
No, it's an MGM property,
it just
right?
needs. They need
It
to.
needs a sprucing up of some kind.
If I could,
Sprucing up.
a lot
is
of it has
kinda-
to do with freshening the air in some
Right.
of these casinos. I think that's the big.
Yeah, I agree with
Freshen the
that.
air, change the carpet.
That whole can you check what year Excalibur was built? Because
Yeah.
that was that whole push to get
Family
families
friendly
here. Family
Las
friendly,
Vegas.
and I think we've all resigned ourselves to
1990.
1990.
Oh, I was off by a decade. I thought it was 80. Okay, it was 90.
Can you check
I
what
was-
year was
I
the
was off.
Mirage built? Because that's the year that really changed
90?
everything.
1989.
1989.
Mirage.
That, one of the things when I was reading about the Mirage, one of the things that was happening was those really big meetings, and I did a lot of them here before I moved here. A lot of those big pharma meetings where they had 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, sometimes 5,000 sales reps with this big production team. One of the reasons that Las Vegas exploded, it was one of the few places in the country where you could have that many sales reps and the production team, and everybody could be fed, as opposed to breaking it up over multiple hotels in Chicago and New York and all those other places. And pharmaceuticals became big business, as we all know. And that was one of the reasons they kind of focused all their meetings here, because they could be done here in one place. Easy in, easy out. The timing was perfect. And that was the beauty of Steve Wynn's vision, these mega hotels. And as each one succeeded, he just built another one and another one. And each one, it's really amazing how he just saw this vision of what Las Vegas could be.
I have a fantastic fact or fiction for you guys.
You do?
I do. It's very on brand for
We're playing
today.
Vegas Fact or Fiction, and we have a visitor.
We have the
Would you
owner of the
yes,
studio.
the owner of the studio. Okay, would you like to play with us? What you got, Cass?
All right, here we go. So in 2022, this lady, she is this colorist lady, and she had a record-breaking wedding in Las Vegas, marrying this color. What color was it?
She married a color?
She married a color to break a Guinness World Record.
She married
Can you
a
marry
color.
a color?
Guess you marry anything. Love is love.
How did they
Love is
sign
love.
the
Love is
thing?
love.
Love always
Okay.
wins.
I don't know. I love purple, so I'm going to use my own thing. I think she married purple.
I think she married pink.
You think she married pink?
I don't know. Pink's popular.
Was it a lesbian wedding?
Does that make it?
I'm wearing pink, so.
Okay, what was it?
She married the color pink. You were
Oh!
right. You were right.
You're on fire.
You are killing it. You are killing it.
That's good, because I was off by a decade. What's that?
No,
No, it was a woman
Just a
marrying
woman.
pink.
Do we know any other details?
we-
about
yeah,
the
I-
She's called.
We got to drill down on this.
I just found out about her. She's called the Pinkest Lady. She has an Instagram. I think it was like, oh gosh, I closed the window. It was like Kitten K something. Hold on.
I have a feeling she has an entire wardrobe of pink. It's probably like Pinkapalooza.
And I think she probably has a lot of cats.
yes,
I lost
perhaps.
it. I lost it. But it was like Kitten
Lots of
K something. It's a fully pink wedding. She did it with the pink Elvis Cadillac. I think it was at Little Whitechapel.
Hey, this would be a great time to pull up the Skill Money Game Studio.
Yes.
Lower third. Thank you. to
Woo, right
our
there. There's
sponsor,
the
Skill
girl.
Money
There they are.
Games.
There they are. There they are.
Yes, yes, yes.
We wouldn't have the show if it wasn't
Shout
for
out.
Skill Money Studios.
We're gonna go bowl later on.
They have golfing here. They have bowling here. If you've been around the country and have been some of these places with these, they're not
Like golf simulators.
golf simulators. These are the guys. These are the guys who do it.
We're very excited to be here.
Yeah, and you can play
Married
for
a
money.
pink.
You can play for
If
money.
you had to marry a color, what would you marry?
That's a good question. I do like purple. I don't know if I can marry purple. I could marry yellow, because yellow would be bright in the morning, but then at night she'd be very, very bright. So I need a color that's kind of a mix of colors that I like. You know what I mean? Like Rocky Road. You know what I mean?
I'd like to say I'd marry pink because it's so cute and you would like it all the time. But then I think blue is kind of a little bit more of a safer bet.
Right.
You know, blue's good.
Right.
You know, blue's good when you're feeling down.
Right. It is. It's
Blue,
a good.
blue
I'm
will probably
feeling
be
blue.
there for you.
Right.
You know what
blue
I'm saying?
Would be there.
You know what they say, that if you want to be trusted by someone, like, I don't know, if you're going to court, going to traffic
color?
school, you should wear blue.
Yes. Colors are very important in any situation, negotiations, court. You know, there's a whole psychology to colors.
Cass, what color would you marry?
I think I would marry a nice sage green.
Sage green.
That's almost healing.
Ooh,
That's
Nice.
yep, a very
that's nice.
It's a
sweet,
healing
great
color.
personality. Yeah.
I think
sage
she's
green.
dated Sage Green. She seems to know a lot. Seems to know a lot about Sage Green. So
Okay, well, hopefully we're going to be continuing to do the show even while Johnny's on the road. Johnny's got to go out on the road because Johnny's.
I need money.
Quite
And no
frankly,
one's sending money. Send money now.
If one of these spammers is listening and they could just deposit some money in Johnny's Venmo
On accident.
On accident.
right, it would be great. It would be fantastic.
We need to set up a Patreon. That's
We do.
what we need to do.
Yeah, for
Set
sure.
up a
For
Patreon.
sure. Okay.
You okay?
Hockey season
Hockey.
is still a ways away, but of course we're crazy
we-
about the Vegas Golden Knights.
Well, and we're crazy about the Raiders.
Are we?
They win. They won. I mean, they employ a lot of people.
They have a nice stadium.
They have a stadium. It takes up a lot of space. So
Anyway,
let's talk about
back to
hockey.
hockey.
Everybody,
Okay.
everyone does love the
Yes.
Las Vegas Golden Knights.
But heads up
My
to all
wife
the
does.
women out there because up until now, I don't think they've really put out a sequin. Everyone's been getting their sequin jackets off Amazon.
Yeah,
Guess what the team store has right now?
a sequin jacket.
Cass, let's take a look. What?
Oh, that's pretty.
Come on.
That's so cute.
It's $109.99.
That was my next question. That's not that bad.
$109.99. They come in black. Black looks really sharp on. The red,
Wow. Oh, I
gold,
see the gold
and silver.
The gold jersey back there.
And
in
then
the
there's a
background.
gold jersey, Cass. I think it would be rocking on you.
Cute.
They have so much
So
merchandise.
cute.
It's really remarkable.
Merch.
Merch. When's the first official game? Not preseason. the
Cass,
actual-
can you look up the first home game for Vegas Golden Knights 2024?
Las Vegas
We need to
Golden
get this on our
Knights.
calendar right
Yeah.
now.
100%.
Let's.
I think
Let's bring it in.
the reason that Vegas is so, fond of the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Raiders is the Vegas Golden Knights have won.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's a homegrown team.
Yes.
That this team was built from scratch. And
Yes.
And I moved here and
We didn't inherit the fan base
No.
from Oakland,
no,
right?
it was built from scratch. And I remember when everybody was so excited because finally Las Vegas had an NHL team that was expansion team. It was starting right here. People went crazy. People have been dying for a national team in any sport, but we got hockey, and this town fell in love with hockey. I think we broke we broke ticket sales records, we broke merchandise records.
Thursday,
everything.
October 3rd.
So, if you guys are interested in
Preseason.
September
preseason,
25th.
the 25th at T-Mobile Arena against Los Angeles Kings, and then first official game the 9th of October at T-Mobile Arena against Colorado Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Wait.
Avalanche.
No, in all honesty, I enjoy going to Raiders games. I do.
big. It's a
I do.
big-
It's a
the
lot of
stadium's
energy.
exceptional.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Can I tell you who I love more than the Raiders, though?
Football-wise?
I love the Raiderettes.
Oh,
dancers.
I know a couple of them.
Bam!
They're really good.
They are so good.
Yeah.
And so athletic. I actually think dance should be more featured. But then again, I'm a chick.
Right. Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I had grown up in Philadelphia and went to,
Oh,
Flyers
really? You grew up in
games.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, this
I
is
didn't-
breaking news.
Is that in Pennsylvania?
It is in Pennsylvania. It's the cradle of liberty, if you didn't know. But those games were hockey games. Somebody sang the national anthem, and that was it. First time I went to a Raiders game, I'm like, there's dancing and
Showtime.
singing, and there's
DJs.
there's DJs, and there's
Jazz
Cirque du
band.
Soleil, and there's this
Yeah.
and that, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is Vegas. They are putting on
Yeah.
a show with inside the confines of a game.
And
of
I even like being in the upper levels. And if you can look out that window and get a view of the strip, and it's
I
exhilarating.
didn't even know
It's
about
pretty good.
that. Where's that? Like one of the clubs? Is that where one of the pointy things
It's
are?
like behind the giant flame.
It's
You're
yeah, at
talking.
the
I'm
top.
Yeah, like
sorry.
the entire
I thought we were
top,
at
yeah.
T-Mobile.
Oh, no,
You
it's good.
changed. Okay, yeah, that's amazing.
Sorry, weren't you talking about the Raiders? Oh, you're talking about the Golden
I'm
Knights.
talking about the Golden
Okay.
Knights and just how it's a show. But, I mean, I think it's both, but that whole aesthetic of putting on a show and delivering something above and beyond just the game itself. The games are amazing, superior athletes, great teams, but when you get to see all of this other stuff,
Absolutely.
when your friends and family are in town, they're like, "Holy crap, this is totally different than any other hockey game or any other football."
You know who does some of the most entertaining, like interstitial videos though, like player personality stuff that plays in between the plays is the Aces. I don't know who is doing their marketing and social media, but the video content is hilarious. They really have those girls showing their personality.
Well, the video content of the Golden Knights when you
Is
see
slamming.
the night in the desert,
All the smoke coming
the
up
fight,
behind
and then
them.
they, the night. What do you call that? What do you call the thing? The armor that comes down and they come through.
helmet, right?
And I love the projecting on the ice and how it cracks. It's just such a Listen, we love this town. That's why we do this show. It's such a great place. There's so much entertainment. There's so much to do here. And every year it seems like there's more and more. And somehow there's no traffic, which we love.
Except for that, the preparation for Formula One is on. So
It is on.
From now until November, the strip is going to be a little congested. More congested than usual.
More congested than usual. I think what they should do with these trees that they cut down every year and then they replant.
They cut down the trees in front of the Bellagio?
Yes. And the town was outraged because, between the trees being cut down and then those 3-story bleachers.
It's like a small death of a friend.
Yeah.
When you have this beautiful shaded tree and it's there for you and you walk under it when it's 110 and then it gets slaughtered and we feel the pain of that.
I think they should put those trees on a big hydraulic thing that just drops into the ground.
Yeah.
And then closes and
But
then they bring it back up.
The Roots.
The Roots.
The Roots.
Great band. The Roots.
It's a good band.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we are getting prepared, and it's a big deal. It's one of those few things that runs an entire week. Entire week.
It's going to be
really
very exciting.
amazing. But I think they've worked out a lot of the bugs. I've talked to my inside people at Formula One. They've gotten all that stuff worked out.
Oh, you're okay. Good. Well, I'm glad.
My inside guy. But it
Okay.
is, it's right there, and I've driven by it so many times, and you're like, after it was over, and not that you forget about it, but you drive by and go, oh my God, that's right. We have Formula One in Las Vegas, this massive place where all the garages are and the offices are for them, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
Well, the paddock building is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting when the town starts to come alive for this. So
Right.
I know it's going to be a better year. Second time around.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It's like the second wedding of Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
I'm sure it went a lot
It's even better.
smoother than the first wedding.
When are the Eagles coming?
Very soon. We look up the dates for the Eagles.
Yes.
Because I need to get
Because
tickets.
I've had more people, friends from high school
Likewise.
and college and where I'm from in Philadelphia,
People
they're asking me, like, hey, can you get me tickets?
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't get myself tickets.
People are excited to see the Eagles at the Sphere, without a doubt.
It looks like September, October, November, December.
Sold
and
out.
Yes.
It's VIP, right? It's just VIP.
4 days in each of these.
What are these travel packages with hotel and?
Yeah, all ticket and travel. Let's see. Due to overwhelming demand, 4 weekend shows added.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you get a hotel, reserved seat, premium seat at the Sphere, priority access to the Sphere, 2-night stay at the Venetian, luxury motor coach transport.
I want to do that.
Exclusive VIP access to a fan experience, Eagles commemorative keepsakes, probably a keychain, and then you get a little Eagles laminate and lanyard.
Is this on screen? Are people seeing this?
No, people can't see this. Right
Okay, so say the price. Say the price of the ticket with all the taxes and fees and everything.
Oh yeah, so the VIP, it looks like VIP experience and hotel package is $13.72, but $15.19 with taxes and fees. Let's look at like a regular ticket here.
So if you and I want to go, we're talking some $3,000.
Yeah, if we want to have
If
a
you want a
staycation.
VIP, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, if you want to
Okay,
VIP.
regular tickets, walking in. Let's see what we can do here.
It is,
Oh my
you know,
gosh, they're like almost sold out.
Wow, they're
Michelle
very
and I,
sold.
wow.
like $400.
$396. Wow.
$800 if you want to be
$710.
closer.
Oh,
This is crazy.
Wow.
So for those of you who don't know the Sphere or do know of it, it's an amazing, it's the only place, the builders of it said something very interesting. There's a lot of musical venues here. You were at Allegiant Stadium. We've all been to T-Mobile. All this, none of these places are designed for music. None of them. They're all for sports. The Sphere is built for one thing, music. And when you go there and you see U2 or you see the video or the Dead and Company, you're blown away by the acoustics. There's a speaker in every seat. It sounds incredible. It sounds like it's all around you. But then the visuals.
Well, I was gonna say it's a totally visual experience.
It's an
as
immersive
well.
experience.
So what it does, there's no way like a band can just add it in as a date on their tour, because what they have to do to collaborate artistically with the graphics, you're literally like creating almost a surrounded, 360 surround show visually around the music. So it's so awesome.
Yeah, if you're playing there, you're working with a team of artists and animators
Graphic
and
designers.
photographers and photographers, filmmakers, because you're not just taking a photo. You have to encompass the largest movie screen in the world, which is almost, I'd say it's like 180. Every part of it's 180. For the most part.
We should get the exact dimensions of it, but yes,
it's pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive. It'll have you looking up like this.
Yeah.
That's
This is
for
why
sure.
this is Las Vegas is, America's playground.
That's why, because there's so many images like above you and up on the ceiling, that's why I don't mind sitting kind of on the upper levels.
Yeah.
Because you can really see everything around you. So it's very cool. Check it out. Johnny, we're not going to see you here next week, but we hopefully will.
Hopefully I'll be calling in, and then the following week I'm in Connecticut, and then same thing. I'm not sure when I'm on.
Is that your show at Mohegan Sun?
Yeah, that's the Mohegan Sun show.
So there's an article in the local paper right now. There was a national survey done, and folks around the country were asked what their favorite casino and then casino hotel, like with great amenities, was. Only 2 Las Vegas hotels made the list. The number 1 hotel casino on the list was Mohegan Sun.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I'm kind of amazed.
3 Atlantic City casinos made the list.
Whoa. Which ones?
Well, I'll have to... He's like, nah,
I used to work in Atlantic City.
I've been there. No, I don't think so.
And I think it's one of the. There's
listen,
two.
they're surveying
There's 2 new
people,
ones.
so
There's 2 new ones.
Yeah.
So and also wow, I'm.
But
blown
Mohegan
away.
Sun is like a whole lot of fun.
A whole lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it's in a unique place, and there's really nothing else.
Right.
There's no other. There's Foxwoods, but Mohegan Sun, when it was built and I was still living there, it as big as a deal that Atlantic City was. Mohegan Sun was a big deal. There's nothing. At that time there was no other hotel casino, and for people who love to gamble and who love a luxury experience, that was a big deal.
Still is, apparently.
Yeah.
So. All right, Cass, you're going to be here with me next week?
Yes, I'll
Okay.
be here in studio.
Excellent, you guys. Thank you so much for watching JJ and Johnny's show.
See you.
By the way, congratulations, Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
You don't look a day over 15 Johnny.
My
Me
what's that
too.
called?
Quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
That's right. We should have celebrated our
We should
quinceañera
have
last
cake.
week.
Should have
We should have
cake.
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 Hey.
Cake.
See you guys. Thanks for
Bye,
watching.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
ya.
Have a great week.
great week.
Woo!